participants have done. Mm, I don't know if because actually I didn't want to bring too much you know right. So I was thinking maybe we can see what people has done before we actually start pushing the talking about GitHub and other aspect of Power BI, or do you still think we should still go ahead? Yeah.
Yeah, if people have done some of the work, it would be great to see actually.
Okay, I think yeah, maybe we can. I don't know if anyone want
Can I
to.
show something here?
Yeah, okay,
But
sir.
I've not finished. Sorry, you might be hearing a background noise in another minute. Let me.
Wow, very nice.
Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Hello?
Yes,
Am I
We
audible?
can, we can.
yeah, we
It's
can
really
see.
lovely.
Oh,
This is
yes,
really
but
great work.
I've not done the other one. So I'll finish this one probably today. So I've done the rating is working on it. Yeah, it's working. And for the map, we expand this. It's working. It's reflecting on all of them. Africa. This is working. So this is what I've done so far. But one thing I found difficult to do was to put a title here. I couldn't do that. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, yeah, we can hear you. So the text box, were you able to pick a text box, sir?
To text box like this.
Yes, so you can
And
type.
I was able to even drag it to the top.
Okay,
I deleted it.
okay. So
I was able to do this. But
yeah,
I couldn't type. Okay,
you
I think
should be
it's
able
coming
to
on there.
type. Yeah, you should be able to type. Then you can now remove the background. Um, you can format the text color and even the text size. So yeah.
So yes, this was what I did.
Mm. So you can you can highlight it now. Yeah. So if you highlight it, you can change the text size.
Yes.
That way yes. Then maybe the color. You want to change the
When I
text
go to
color.
do the color, couldn't do the color.
Okay, if you look at the A, that A, there is a small arrow on the A. No, just on the control panel of the text box just underneath where you increase the size just now. You know,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, that one here. So if you click on that, so this is where you can pick the color, of the text.
Yes, for the text.
Yeah. So,
But
but if you okay, if you notice now the background, so you see, can you click on inside that text box again? Click inside the text box. Okay, you see here immediately you click there. If you look at your format pane here, you will see the background is on, right? So you can turn that off. If you turn that off, yeah, so that's it. Then another thing, you also need to be aware of is because that's why most of the time I discourage doing the design, like giving all the shapes, inside Power BI here, because you could see sometimes when you try to, maybe you want to modify your report here, you will see that that box will just come on, you will not see anything. But there's actually a way around of it. Maybe in case it goes under. If you click on, for example, now, if you click inside the text box now, yeah, the text box, probably you can go to the format options and send and bring it to forward. No, at the ribbon, the ribbon page where you have format, after help, at the ribbon at the top, you know, you have formats. No, format, you've passed. Yes. So just like the way we have it in PowerPoint as well, is either you send it, if you want it to come forward, maybe when you are creating a one of the shapes, it now obstructs it and you can't see what is under it. So you can always say, okay, you can say bring it to the front. Yeah, let it bring it to front. So even if you have anything that is, you know, that one, by the time you click out, it will always come. Yeah, it's always come on the top. But the dashboard is really, really nice, and I am so, you know, really, especially this two tip that you did. I'm so really fulfilled this night, to be honest. Yeah, yeah, this make a lot of sense.
Thank you. I'll do the range later, so I'll finish that today.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this
And
is
one thing you can also do, maybe your logo,
yeah.
what you can do, if you go to remove BG, removebg.com, it's maybe you have a background or you have a picture that you want to remove the background, you want to make it transparent, you can always go there and just put that image and your logo, like, you know, I could see some blue background and maybe you don't want this blue background to show. You can go to removebg.com, upload this there, and it's going to make it as transparent. So by the time you bring it back here, everything will look more nice than this. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Sir, do you say BG as in B for Bravo, G for Golf, right?
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's on the chat board. Yes, removebg.com. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sister Debbie, I made you proud, okay?
I was
More
gonna
than
say that. You know that me, I will come back to this. And before you, please, let's see that screen again. It's so beautiful. You did. In fact, one thing about Mr. Francis is that the way, let me ask you this question. Have you learned this before, Abi? It's just the ones we've been learning.
No, not. Seriously.
Wow.
I've never. I've
What's
never even used Power BI. I have it on my system. I don't even think about it. But
right?
myself, I don't find out that this year is for data. So I'm ready.
Okay. So I just want to crave your indulgence, sir. Some of us are struggling to even get started. Maybe due to time or due to too much work constraint, whatever it is. Life, yeah. But what tips can you give us so that, you know, we can commit to
It's not
learn stuff
about
like
your
this? And
mindset. Mr. Debbie, as I'm speaking to you, while I was on this call, I just finished a 1 minute MBA class. I just ended it. I call on my earphone, I'm muted. So I'm doing 3 things at the same time. And when I close from work, I make sure I spend like 1 to 2 hours on the data every day. So that's it.
wow. You know, the day you, was it on a Saturday or Sunday that you were asking for the link to one of the videos that you needed to practice?
Yes.
It was my own six something. And that was your own 2 o'clock. I was so challenged that day. I said to myself, Deborah, somebody is busy practicing at 2 a.m. You are sleeping at 6. I got up and went to one of the exam videos, you know, and started to do some revision and some new knowledge, you know, because I was challenged. So thank you so much for, you know, for the work and the effort that you put into these things. It is much appreciated because it just gives one the drive to want to do more, to want to teach more, to also want to research more and bring more to the class. So thank you so much, sir. God bless you.
Thank you too. And Aziz, you guys keep us going. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Azim, for the knowledge as well. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. Yes, please, Sister Laptops, challenge yourself. I'm challenging myself as well now. At least
I started, but I got stuck. I got stuck with the first assignment. This thing was showing blank. That's why I got stuck. I was doing it, but I'm going to try again at the weekend. I was going through all the videos then, so I'll go through them again, see if I can do number 2 assignment and the number 3, and then whatever I have, I'll bring it to class next week.
Thank you. Thank you. That's perfect. Thank you. Do we have any more persons who have tried to put some things together on their Power BI stuff? Or someone who has completely finished any of the other assignments that we have not looked at?
Sister Debbie, did we I don't know if Mr. Azim, he said he was going through something about MacBook for the Power BI. Is this just normal? We don't need to download it, or this is normal Excel?
Well, this is not just normal Windows, I believe, that we have used so far. We haven't talked about MacBook Power BI yet. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Thank you. Any other person who would like to, show us some of the work they've done?
Sorry, I just want to ask, because I do miss that particular training. If I want to go and watch the video so I can get my hands dirty, which day was this training, the dashboard?
So it would be the past 2-3 days. Okay. All of the Power BI for like 5 days, actually, from beginning to end, about 5 days. And they are the last 5 on that playlist. I will resend the link as well.
Oh, thank you. And the data to do it is also during that week as well.
Yes, it's been sent to the platform, but again, I'll look for it and resend it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think Mr. As challenge
Francis.
Yeah,
yes.
Mr. Francis.
It's challenge all of us.
Yes,
all of us.
I have to. I mean, I missed the class because this week I've been very busy. So, but seeing that is really encouraging. So,
yeah, all the dashboard, the 2 dashboards that we have seen so far, Mr. Azim's dashboard and Mr. Francis's one, they look so beautiful, and I'm tempted to get my hands dirty on this particular data set as well, because I haven't, gone on to do it, but I'm going to just to, bring that beauty out. I'll make sure
this is really, for me, this is really good, because it does enhance, your work, and when you want to even present to your management. So that's one thing I'm enjoying about this, really.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with a lot of data these days, and yeah, so it's interesting.
Yeah, thank you. And if Mr. Francis is committing 2 hours per day to data this year, it's by the end of December, it's like you are going to completely go into data. Really good, really good. Thank you. Mr. Azim, it seems we don't have any more practice, but is there any sort of plus and minus here and there that we can get?
Okay, so maybe we can, what we need to do or to have before we get the next session. Let me quickly just share my screen. So what do we need? We actually need 3 things. So I'm gonna share my screen now. Share my screen. Okay. So can we confirm we can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So we need the first thing we need is our Visual Studio Code. So not to worry, we are not coding, we are not doing any 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 complex coding anyway. So no coding is just to design, to edit a template. And I will also, you know, advise everyone on this call to go to this HTML5up.net. So this is where I pick my own template. There are, a lot of template of websites, you can see. So this is the one I use for my own project, portfolio project. So if I click the view demo here, so here, if I open my home, I put Azim Ademi portfolio, get portfolio, all the things I can do here. And I just did a bit of customization, put my latest project, the last one I did. I know I've actually done a lot of projects more than that recent, but I haven't had the time. So maybe this one that we did in class is what I'm going to change to the one I had currently as my portfolio project. So this is the template that I use, and you can always also, check other ones that you think will give you the design, or will give you that story that you want to tell, or that information that you want to show, for people to see.
Mr. Azim, sorry to stop you. What does this site, does? What does it allow you to do?
Okay,
The
so
purpose.
let me just open this. So what we actually want to do is to build our portfolio website,
Okay.
and we don't want to write all those code, all those HTML something from scratch. So what we want to do is to leverage on some of those templates that we have here, and just modify, put all our projects, put some write-up, so that when we signpost people to it, they can actually see, oh, this person actually has an experience or has a knowledge of what is expected, when it's coming into the role, you know. So that is the reason why, we could check this out, and we also need a GitHub. So if you notice, I'm not buying any domain, I'm not paying anything. I'm only leveraging on the GitHub to actually host this, host this website that I have here. So for example, this is actually long now. This is not my latest project, but I just need to find time and update it. So if just imagine if I signpost people to, okay, or I put this on my CV, they went there and it's okay, this guy has done something. Let's see what he has done. And they will see all the dashboard that I've done, the write-up. This is actually interactive here, because what I've done is to publish this into a Power BI, Power BI service that people can even interact with it. You know, Here is me now answering, solving a particular problem or particular business, you know, solution here that, okay, they needed to reduce the cost of heating. And how can they do that? Is to identify some of those houses, some of those properties that maybe are below band EPC rating DE and FG. Some people don't really know what this EPC means. But by the time you start paying energy bill, you will go back and, because it happened to one of my friends, that eventually, when they actually find out where they are, I think it was Banji, the last of it. So in this case study, what we're trying to address is to say, okay, how can they save money, when they do all those improvements, how many properties have gas heating. So these are some of the things that I did on my own, just to put some story around it. This is one, okay? So what we want to do is the same thing as what I'm showing here, that, okay, it's not only Power BI project that I have here. I've also done machine learning, SQL. So why I'm saying bringing this up is that we've actually done a lot of things since we started this data class, but how can we show of it? I just imagine that if all those things that we've been doing, we are putting it into, maybe all of us now will have maybe 20 or even 30 projects that we can mostly talk about in any interview or maybe engaging with anyone. So this is why I'm
Sorry,
saying,
Mr. Hassan, can I take you back
yeah,
a little bit? This it's your project, right?
yeah,
And if you go back a little bit, I want to see where we have that incident. Is it accident or something? Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
What story are you trying to tell here?
So here is just an explorative data analysis. So we have different types of analysis when it comes to data. So what I'm just trying to say is I am showing that I can actually use SQL, to write query. And if you look at this now, you see all the query that I write. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is all the steps, to actually interact with the database, how I can interact with database, answering questions, querying the data to get information like, okay, how many accidents have occurred in urban area versus rural areas. When I run this query in my database, I can get a result. So this is just showing that I can actually make use of those tools. These are my, um, you know, my my skills, how I can use them to actually solve business problem or business challenge. So that's just the essence anyway.
Wow.
So in I can take this further, and put it directly into Power BI and make the visualization, because each of these like query in Power BI, we also have that you can actually um just copy this query as it is here, and you get the same result directly, just without doing any too much calculation, any too much important, just copy, because since you've actually run this in your database, that means it's working. So by the time you bring it into Power BI using the direct query options, and you can have that result handy without getting the old data from the database. So that's some of the things I'm trying to show, that I can do this. And not only this, I also do website as well. And these are also, if I click here, you see some of those also website that I've done. I've done e-commerce website using HTML and WordPress. So I'm just using that opportunity to sell myself. And I want us to also cultivate that habit in this class. Anything we do, let's create a small story about it. We create a small story about it, and we make it visible for everybody to see that, oh, we are actually doing something and we have the skills. It's not about word of mouth, it's not what is in the book, but this is what we've done. And I think 99.9% of and no, I think there was a report by McKinsey maybe yesterday or so. And one of the things that they found out about what employers are looking for now, it's not about the qualification anymore now. It's going to it is how can you do it? Whether you have PhD, MSc, because there's seen that even people that have this high level degree, they are struggling to perform at work, to deliver their what they are employed for. So they now said, instead of focusing too much on um what's it called, on those qualifications, they want the skills. Can you do it? The raw hand practical. So you can imagine if you are competing maybe around maybe 10 persons, and out of all the 10 persons, you know, this was on your CV and they just went into the website and said, wow, with that, you are already ahead of the remaining 9 people. So that's the essence of bringing this into this class here. Yeah.
This is amazing. Is it free to host on this GitHub, or you have
Yes,
to
it is.
subscribe?
We are not paying any. This is actually my GitHub, my Git normal GitHub. So I just use the GitHub page, to host it, just upload the copy. So what I download here, I modified it. I modified it in my Visual Studio Code, put all the things that I want to see here. I went into the GitHub and I just upload it as a repository. So that's just what I need to do.
Oh, okay. So is it possible for you to take us through this process in one thing, and at the end of the day we have it like we start a project and then we take you through and then we finally host it as a class?
That's exactly what the idea that I discussed with Sister Debbie, and that's where we are going.
Okay, this is good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sister Debbie. Thank you, Mr. Azim. Thank you.
Thank you very much, because I know that sometimes when I'm looking for a job, they're asking for GitHub, and I'm like, I'm not a developer now. Why would they be asking for all that? But I think this would help to already put our feet ahead of whoever we are competing against, that they'll say, okay, it's not just by mouth, I did this, I did that. They can see your work. Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good evening, Mr. Azim. The
Yeah.
question I have is maybe if you can just put us through on how to tell the story around your dashboard. Is it just like a normal presentation? I don't know how they do it in the workspace. Is it like before your stakeholders, you just be like total revenue is 3,400,000,000 and something or thereabout? Is there a different way of telling your stories around data? Then
Okay.
lastly, how many years did you put in to learn all this? Because it's a whole lot. I won't lie, like it's a whole lot. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, the art of data storytelling is actually another skill on its own. So it's not about, okay, let me say, oh, sorry, I have a call now that they're calling me into okay, can I please be excused? I have to
Yes.
go. Maybe I'm going
Yes.
to actually address that later, maybe in
Okay.
the subsequent class. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
fine.
so
Thank you
sorry.
so much,
So
sir.
sorry.
No. Please go. Wow, that's a lot of questions,
Thank you
and
very
thank you
much.
so much for all the questions. So we are going to get the questions addressed in another class. Is that Sister Ego?
Yes.
Yes, it will be addressed probably if Mr. Azim is available tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Friday. Yeah, we've got a class tomorrow. So we'll see how far we can go with our questions and then how to start putting our GitHub together as well. In the absence of any other question?
Thank you.
You are welcome.
I don't have a question, Sister Debbie. I only want to thank you and